find Buldor himself ahead. Make sure we are quite ready, Ray.
Don't worry, we got this. Time to finish this fight for good.
نعم عارف إن أنا شريت ب200.
I was certain
22.
you would come.
إحنا مش فلوسنا كلها هنسكت بس.
Buldor.
المهم نقدر نمشي حالنا.
You've lost yourself in your
شو من
twisted
عم تحط
dreams
لنا
of what
سلطة.
the Scorpion might offer you. Take a good hard look at yourself now. Do you still see one of the humanoids you wanted to save?
Humanoid? Of course not. The power the Scorpion possess is divine. In joining them, I am now closer to a god than mortal.
Our kind and the Scorpium are but life by different forms. None of us living can claim ourselves gods.
And there is no need for any of you to be. My only desire is for you to join us and live your lives in a whole new world, one free of sickness and conflict. As Emperor of Vale, it is my duty to lead my people to peace.
إيش؟
And in becoming the
كنت حاطط
Scorpion's
كمان.
god, I can finally fulfill my duty.
Your current existence is no different from an android like myself. Constructed by humans, given life through technology, we will never be gods.
Listen to yourself. Are the gods of history not but man-made creations? Then surely you would agree that the most godlike among us now is either you or myself.
You're a paltry excuse for one. Man cloaks himself in knowledge and power taken from others and mistakes himself an idol. You are just one of many who litter the pages of our history.
Yes, correct. And even with all the technological advancements we've seen, your story is quite common.
History itself will determine my divine status. Once the whole universe is one with the Scorpion, we shall be omnipotent. We shall become God.
Well, it'll be impossible for you to become one, since we're here to make sure that never happens.
The universe needs not such a deity. If there is anything divine in this world, it is but the flame of life inside of all of us.
Mortal life has always feared the unknown. A fear of the divine is only natural.
Yet fear you will not find in us, nor a thought spared for the desecration you speak of.
No god saved me. My salvation is owed to the Scorpion, who gave me this form. They are nestled beside my own soul in this mortal shell. Try as you may, you can never replace them.
We're not going to get anywhere arguing about this. Are we, Buldor?
At last, a sentiment I find agreement with.
As mortals, we stand more powerful than the god you claim to be.
Princess Leticia, it is precisely that fiery spirit of yours which Scorpion so desperately needs. Join me, my new daughter.
Detecting incoming attack.
Time has come for you to learn your place. Behold, the infinite power of a god! The Scorpion way is to seek the evolution of all life through integration. Why then do you inhibit us so?
There was never a need for a single neither for integration nor assimilation any more than one of countless possibilities. demonstration of... rather than form.
Preposterous! What could you lowly mortals ever hope to do? With my power as a god, I could bring endless bliss to all life in this world, to all life in the universe! With such power, I will not, must not be beat.
You are Buldur Ilvale. Man, not god.
I am.
How could one possibly know happiness in a world without sorrow to temper it? A world forged from single-minded devotion is ultimately the same as one empty of all.
No, stop that. Stare not at me with those eyes, mortal.
Buldur!
I will not be eradicated. I cannot be. I alone am destined to be your new god and leader.
Behind me, now.
Enough! No more of this! I will not be defeated here! I refuse!
What's going on?
Buldur's will endures and refuses to be erased. Should he continue to resist in this way, his virtual realm will be obliterated with all in it.
Buldur! Cease this at once! The battle is over!
Words are useless. I will do what is needed.
Please, no! My universe yet needs me!
Here we part.
What?
No!
I am unable to maintain your consciousness in this space any longer. With what power I have left, I will see you returned safely.
But what's gonna happen to you?
You possess the potential to both understand the Scorpion and guide them to an enlightened future. Through you, may the seeds of all evolutionary paths for life be sown. I place my faith in you.
Understood. Rest assured.
Ray, at your side, I found faith in the future coexistence between Scorpion and organic life. I thank you.
Duma! No!
My investigation is at its end.
Is it all over now?
I'm inclined to believe it only just begins. I would agree.
Thank you, Duma.
We are to be a protectorate, then?
Yes. As I mentioned before, Aster 4's prolonged contact with more advanced civilizations categorized it as a protectorate of the Pangalactic Federation.
Are we to be subjected to surveillance by an ambassador?
No, nothing quite as direct as that. Aster will remain under observation to prevent any unnecessary interaction with advanced civilizations until it reaches a certain threshold.
Pretty imperious, aren't you? Was that not where the Federation's faults originally lie?
Guess some things are hard to change. And though it might not exactly be compensation, all of you who have been subject to intense intervention now have the option to travel to any Federation system to live or study.
Studying on a different planet. I must say, I don't hate the thought. Right?
Agreed. But I must refuse. I vowed to attend to tasks on this planet using mine own strength. I've had lesson enough as to the consequences of progression that was acquired through the power of others.
That's true. If I studied medical science at such an advanced level, I'm pretty sure I could save lives all across the universe. But first and foremost, I want to treat the suffering people of this world with my own hands and using our own techniques.
Our journey into the stars must be one born of our own volition. Only then will we find ourselves on equal ground with you and yours.
I see. You know, you're probably right.
Does the Underdeveloped Planet Preservation Pact restrict us from assembling together like this? Is this the last time we'll ever see one another?
Well, I can't speak for Marielle, but Elena and I aren't bound by Federation laws. We can come and go whenever we want.
Veer will play a critical role in the Federation's investigation of the Scorpium for sure. Which means there will be times when we will need to contact Colonel Valange and Lieutenant Lola here on Aster. Which should mean that I can see all of you again, so long as I avoid contact with anyone else.
That is news I am relieved to hear. Gathering together is the best way for me to share in the experiences of my non-Scorpion companions.
Yeah, I mean, if it were up to me, I'd set up a branch of Lawrence Logistics right here in Osarius, and that would let us see as much or as little of each other as we could ever want.
Now is a time for restraint. Surely, the events here have opened your eyes to the importance of the Federation's Underdeveloped Planet Preservation Pact.
Yeah, I get it. But come on, you gotta at least see how hard that is on a personal level. Don't be so uptight.
I say this with respect to the positions of both Elena and Marielle. But, from my own view, I fail to find fault in Raymond's suggestion.
Wow, Albie. Can't say I expected that coming from you.
Spare me. I simply speak for us all.
I wonder if my ancestors also felt the same way long ago.
Worry not. We have a tendency to be fine, after all.
You know, you're a lot more carefree now than you were before.
For that, I know who to thank.
Oh my, who could that be? Did we have someone irresponsible like that around?
Oh yes. At hand, I might say.
Oh yeah? Well... we both got jobs to do, right?
More than I care for, indeed.
If only some god would show up and free us all from the burdens of work life so we could just kick back and have fun.
Says the man bound to place his burdens on the shoulders of poor Chloe and Elena.
Hey, I've become crazy capable after all this. I'm sure they feel like they can just relax and enjoy the ride.
You are free to believe whatever you want.
Ray?
Okay, let's leave it at that.
Ray, this is the Aldous. We're now in geostationary orbit.
Copy that. Yep, best get going before this turns into another pick-on Ray fest.
It does seem about time.
This is Raymond for the Aldous. Commence transfer.
583. An unprecedented crisis for the Pan-Galactic Federation was resolved with the cooperation of the planets Vergold and Aster IV. However, the corruption which plagued the highest levels of Federation leadership continues to leave its mark on the organization. Amidst growing calls from Federation captains, my grandfather, Emerson T. Kenny, was assigned as interim commander of the Federation fleet. A retired military man, he refused at first, but after much pushback, he took the reins to lead the Federation from its worst crisis yet. Through these troubled events, I've come to question the Federation's purpose in this galaxy, as well as my own function as one of its officers. But I choose to believe that its cause is still just. We must ensure a future of peace. Pan-Galactic Federation Lieutenant Mariel L. Kenny.
The events that unfolded spanned numerous star systems, though their sovereign was defeated. Remnants of the centralist Scorpium and their invasive measures still remained. Those among the Pan-Galactic Federation who aligned with the Scorpium cause were on the run, but still retained their influence. To combat both these foes, my partner Elena, armed with data saved from Duma's survey, helped us hit the Scorpium network from their own colony. Duma's experiences and noble ideology had a profound impact on the network, and saw the remaining Centralists quickly weakened. And while everything might still be far from wrapped up, it shouldn't be too long now until the Scorpium find themselves on the right track. My hope now is that the Pan-Galactic Federation might find its way too. Captain of the Lawrence logistics ship, the Aldous, Raymond Lawrence. Yeah, sorry for the holdup.
Raymond, you're late and it ain't fashionable. The big shots have all been seated for at least an hour now. You're meeting with the Federation emissary. Take this a little more seriously.
Not like any of this is on the books anyway, right? Got news for you, the planet Oria's not gonna join the Federation. I'm guessing this is all just so they can tell Vergold to back off without rocking the boat. Which means there's no point in taking all this stuff they set up that seriously. So I figured I'd keep them waiting in anticipation.
You ass. You're really using that as an excuse for running late?
Too much, Dad? Be honest.
Doesn't matter either way. You were always gonna get put before the firing squad in these negotiations from the get-go. Don't worry about it. Me and your brother will do whatever we can on our end to make you look good. So, if you say showing up late was part of the plan, then part of the plan it is. Sound good?
Sounds good. The Federation's too big to just change overnight, even after, you know, all that happened out there. But I'd say this has made it plain and clear that they ain't in charge of the universe. I mean, they don't get to call all the shots out here anymore. And this here is just one of the ways we're gonna teach them that lesson.
Say as much from the start, then. You stress me out way too much.
Sorry, man. Today, the Lawrence family is about to save another planet from the dirty hands of the feds.